Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? Or maybe you find yourself constantly second-guessing your own thoughts and feelings after a conversation with them. If this sounds familiar, you might be dealing with a manipulator. Manipulation is a sneaky and often subtle form of emotional control, and it can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem and mental well-being. The thing is, manipulators are masters of disguise. They can seem charming, helpful, and caring on the surface, which makes it even harder to spot their true intentions. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We'll explore 7 signs that someone in your life might be secretly manipulating you. Recognizing these signs is the first and most crucial step toward protecting yourself and reclaiming your power. So let's dive in and learn how to spot these red flags. The first, and perhaps most common sign, is gaslighting. This is a term you've probably heard before, but what does it actually mean? Gaslighting is a psychological tactic where someone makes you question your own sanity, your memory, or your perception of reality. They'll deny things they said or did, even when you have proof. They might say things like, "You're being too sensitive," "That never happened," or "You're just imagining things." For example, you might bring up something hurtful they said, and they'll respond with a flat-out denial, making you feel like you're the one who's crazy or misremembering. Over time, this constant questioning of your reality can erode your confidence and make you feel completely dependent on the manipulator for your sense of what is real. It's a powerful tool they use to maintain control and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. The second sign is that they constantly play the victim. Manipulators are experts at flipping the script. No matter what the situation is, they will somehow twist it to make themselves look like the one who has been wronged. Let's say you try to express your feelings about something they did that upset you. Instead of listening and apologizing, they might immediately turn it around, saying something like, "I can't believe you accused me of that after everything I've done for you." Or, "I guess I'm just a terrible person then." Suddenly, you find yourself comforting them and apologizing, even though you were the one who was hurt in the first place. This tactic is designed to evoke guilt and sympathy, effectively shutting down any legitimate concerns you have and deflecting all accountability away from them. It keeps you in a position where you're always trying to please them and never addressing your own needs. Sign number 3. They use guilt as a weapon. This is often called a guilt trip, and it's a manipulator's favorite tool. They know how to press your buttons and make you feel responsible for their happiness or their problems. You'll hear phrases like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this," or "I'd be so lost without you. I don't know what I'd do if you left." This puts an immense amount of pressure on you. You feel obligated to do what they want, not because you genuinely want to, but because you're afraid of the guilt you'll feel if you don't. They might also bring up past favors they've done for you, implying that you owe them. This isn't a healthy give and take relationship. It's a transaction where you are constantly being made to feel indebted. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and freedom, not on obligation and guilt. Moving on to sign number 4. They give you the silent treatment. This is a form of passive-aggressive punishment. When a manipulator is unhappy with you, instead of communicating their feelings directly, they might just ice you out. They'll ignore your calls, texts, and attempts to talk. This calculated silence is designed to make you feel anxious, confused, and desperate for their approval. You start wondering what you did wrong, replaying every recent interaction in your head. Eventually, you're so uncomfortable with the tension that you're willing to do anything to make it stop, which usually means caving in to their demands or apologizing for something you didn't even do. The silent treatment is a power play. It is their way of controlling the situation and punishing you for not behaving the way they want you to, all without saying a single word. The 5th sign is that they use your insecurities against you. A manipulator is very observant. They pay close attention to your vulnerabilities and weaknesses, not to support you, but to use them as leverage later on. They might start by seeming very understanding and supportive, encouraging you to open up about your fears and insecurities. But once they have that information, they'll subtly use it to control you. For instance, if you're insecure about your professional skills, they might make backhanded compliments or jokes that hit right at that sore spot, like, "Wow, you actually handled that project pretty well. I'm surprised." These comments are designed to keep you feeling small and off balance, making you more dependent on their validation. It's a cruel tactic that preys on your trust and keeps your self-esteem low, ensuring you're easier to control. Sign number 6. They move the goalposts. Have you ever felt like you just can't win with someone? You do exactly what they asked, and then they tell you it's not good enough, or that they actually wanted something else entirely. This is called moving the goalposts. A manipulator will set a standard or an expectation, and just as you're about to meet it, they change it. This keeps you in a constant state of trying to please them, always striving for an approval that you will never quite reach. For example, they might say they just want you to be more communicative. So you make an effort to share more, but then they criticize you for oversharing or for talking about the wrong things. The purpose is to keep you perpetually in the wrong, ensuring they always have the upper hand. It's an exhausting and frustrating game designed to make you feel inadequate and forever seeking their elusive validation. Finally, sign number 7 is isolation. Manipulators often try to cut you off from your support system, your friends, family, and anyone who might see through their behavior. They do this subtly at first. They might make negative comments about your friends, saying things like, "I don't think they really have your best interests at heart," or they might create drama and conflict every time you plan to see your family. Their goal is to make you feel like they are the only person you can truly rely on. The more isolated you become, the more dependent you are on the manipulator, and the more control they have over your life and your perception of reality. They want to be the primary voice in your head, so they systematically try to silence all the others. This is one of the most dangerous signs, as it leaves you vulnerable and alone, trapped in their web of control. Recognizing these 7 signs is a huge step. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. If you've listened to this and realized that someone in your life is exhibiting these behaviors, please know that it's not your fault. Manipulators are skilled at what they do. The most important thing now is to start setting firm boundaries. Practice saying no. Reconnect with your friends and family, the people who build you up, and remember to trust your gut. If a relationship makes you feel constantly confused, anxious, or bad about yourself, that's a major red flag. If you're feeling overwhelmed, please consider talking to a therapist or a counselor. They can provide you with the tools and support you need to navigate these difficult situations and heal. You deserve to be in relationships that are built on respect, honesty, and mutual care. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful and empowering. If it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos on building healthier relationships and a stronger sense of self. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.